Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be talking about April new book releases. Please ignore my disheveled look. I've been on the go all day and I'm finally sitting down and having a chance to record this video, so if I look disheveled, that's why. But I wanted to share a bunch of books that are coming out in April that seem pretty intriguing to me. There were not that many on the list for this upcoming month, but there definitely are some that piqued my interest. So I'm excited to share those ones with you guys and dive right into it. Spoiler, they might be a lot of thrillers, but that's just me. I always get excited about thrillers. So the first one is called The Soulmate, and lo and behold, it's a thriller. And so this one is following a couple who recently get a house on, it's like a cliffside. And so this is where they're going to start their family and go from there. It's the first house they got together. And they've realized that their house is very close to a spot where a lot of people like to jump off the cliffs. Like when people are getting ready to end their lives on their own terms, then they go to these cliffs and jump off. And so the husband of this couple has been going out and stopping these people from doing what they're trying to do and like saving them from suicide. And so one of these times he doesn't save them. And it turns out that he actually knew the victim. And so from there, his wife kind of goes into like detective mode because she wants to know, like, did he push them or did they jump, and did he like maybe help them jump or like push them into jumping or talk them into it, something along those lines. She is very confused because up until now he has been stopping everybody from jumping. So yeah, that's all I really know about that one, but it definitely has me intrigued and I want to find out what's going on with this husband, and I want to know like the past connections of the person that he did know that ended up jumping. So yeah, that might be one that I'll have to pick up. This next one is TJ Klune's new book, and it's In the Lives of Puppets. And so I'm gonna read it off to you guys so you get a full effect of like what this book is about. So it says, in a strange little home built into the branches of a grove of trees live three robots: fatherly inventor android Giovanni Lawson, a pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, and a small vacuum desperate for love and attention. Victor Lawson, a human, lives there too. They're a family, hidden and safe. The day Vic salvages and repairs an unfamiliar android labeled Hap, he learns of a shared dark past between Hap and Geo, a past spent hunting humans. When Hap unwittingly alerts robots from Geo's former life to their whereabouts, the family is no longer hidden and safe. Geo is captured and taken back to his old laboratory in the City of Electric Dreams. So together, the rest of Vic's assembled family must journey across an unforgiving and otherworldly country to rescue Geo from decommission or worse, reprogramming. Along the way to save Geo, amid conflicted feelings of betrayal and affection for Hap, Vic must decide for himself, can he accept love with strings attached? This book just sounds, honestly, like super wholesome. And that's kind of like one of the main reasons why I would love to read this one, just because it's a wholesome book about like puppets and robots. That just sounds cool. It sounds like a great time and something that I would probably enjoy. So yeah, I'm down for this fantastical adventure and I'm excited to see what happens with it. Also, I just really love these like covers for TJ Klune's books. They're always so stunning. Like the one right behind me there, and then this one, it's hidden, but like it's also another very like artistically, visually stunning cover. I just really enjoy them. I think they're really well done, and they definitely give you like a certain vibe, and that vibe is very accurate with how his books are. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, that one's coming out. Also coming out this month is Tress of the Admiral Sea. This is one of the books for part of the Cosmere. I'm not familiar with the Cosmere because I've read Brandon Sanderson's other books, but not the ones in the Cosmere. So I don't know. This is coming out. I hope you guys are excited about it. I know nothing about this world. I will eventually get into it. It's just I'm not there yet. So yeah, but I know a lot of you guys will be excited for this one. Next up is this one called Ascension, and this one sounds really cool. So essentially a random like snowy mountain appears in the Pacific Ocean, and a man is hired by like this secret dark organization to go investigate this mountain to find out like what it is, how it got here. And so he takes an expedition with a group of people from this company that hired him and goes out to this mountain. And so they start climbing the mountain and they realize that the higher they get, time seems to go faster. So like as they're going higher, minutes are turning into hours and hours are turning into days. So like time is just going faster and faster. And the higher they go, they're like forgetting who they were before they got there. And so everybody starts getting paranoid, and that paranoia starts turning to violence, and stuff just hits the fan, if you know what I mean. So it sounds like a really intense book. I'm very intrigued to find out like what this mountain is, where it came from, and why things are happening to these people as they go higher up the mountain. Very intriguing. Also, it's in the middle of the Pacific. So like that's another weird concept. Like, how is it just sitting here in the middle of the Pacific? So yeah, I definitely want to read this one and see like what's happening. It sounds really cool and something that I would really enjoy. Like it sounds like a sci-fi movie that I would watch with like rapt attention. So I feel like this is something that I would pick up. The next one is a thriller, surprise, surprise, and this is called You Shouldn't Have Come Here. So this is following a woman named Grace who decides that she needs to get away from her city life and just escape and have a little vacation. So she rents an Airbnb on a Wyoming ranch, I believe, and goes out there. And when she's there, she discovers that the owner of the ranch is also here and they are like living on the ranch. So she's renting the ranch, but like they're there as well. And so, yeah, as she gets there, she discovers that there is a local woman that has gone missing. So that kind of like sets her a little uneasy when she just starts her vacation. But she starts to enjoy herself, and actually she starts getting along with the other person that's there who is the owner of the ranch. They actually start catching feelings for each other. And so that's exciting for her. But as she gets closer to the date where her Airbnb is no longer reserved for her and somebody else will come, the obsession that she's feeling off of the other person towards her is starting to scare her, and she feels like maybe they won't let her leave. And what's interesting is this thriller is told from both perspectives. So you get Grace's perspective, but also the guy that owns the ranch, you get his perspective as well. So you get to see like what they're both thinking. And I feel like that will be a very interesting factor in this story, because who knows, maybe Grace is the one that's like gonna do something to him. I don't know. It sounds like it could be wild. So I have many theories already, and I haven't even picked up the book yet, but I think it sounds like something that I would definitely be very invested in. Okay, and the last one I have on this list is called Blind Spots. And so in this one, the premise is 7 years ago, everybody in the world was affected with something called the blindness, where essentially everybody went blind. And the way they counteracted this was creating a device that approximates vision, downloading visual data directly to people's brains. And so now somebody has come to a detective saying that they witnessed a murder, but somebody like cut out the part where the person was visible that murdered the other person. And the detective doesn't really believe them until a murder happens in front of him, and the person that was the murderer was cut out of his vision as well. So he didn't actually see who did it. And so now the detective is like spurred to go on this case and figure out what's going on, because people are getting murdered all over the place, and the murderers are not being shown to these people or visible because somebody is potentially hacking into like their brains, I guess, because that's like how they're visually seeing. So sounds like a very interesting like crime slash sci-fi thriller. And yeah, I think that's a really cool concept, and I would love to see where that one goes. Anyways, those are all the books that I'm currently excited for that are coming out in April. Let me know if there's any other books that I missed on this list that you're excited about, because I'm always excited to see what everybody else is excited about as well. And yeah, if you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.